All right. How you guys? How's everything going?
Hey, how you doing?
Good,
Hello.
good, good. So we're going to go ahead and give people the opportunity to join in with us. And then we'll just jump right into our questions.
Awesome.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you for inviting us.
Absolutely. It's good to have you both. I don't think people know that you got this whole story, but we'll wait so that you guys can tell them.
Gotcha.
But yes, pretty cool dynamics.
Mhm.
All right, so we'll go ahead and start with Focus. Who and what is Focus Media Group?
Well, Focus Media, we're an Omni Media group where we specialize in anything media as far as branding, videography, cinematography, all of these things. Whatever anybody may need to put themselves in the media, we are that company for you.
Okay, okay. So who and so go ahead, Priscilla. You can introduce yourself and your business.
So our both of our companies they play on one another. He's Focus Media Group. I'm Focus Virtual Business Solutions. So I offer administrative relief to small businesses and entrepreneurs, and pretty much help them get organized in the back end of their business, all the behind the scenes things. Tongue twister.
Yeah, all the important stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Deshaun, with the influx of entrepreneurship, how do you fit into the mix with that?
It's actually been really good for me, like with the influx, because I specialize in ads, commercials, and all of those things. So with everybody starting their businesses, especially small businesses, they're looking to be branded. They're looking to get themselves out there so people will know who they are, and so they've actually business actually has risen because of the influx of entrepreneurs, which has been good. And they've been asking all the right questions on how to succeed in business, which is important. And the main thing is with branding, people have to know who you are.
Yeah, yeah. Same question, Priscilla.
I'd actually say the same too. That business has increased in a good way, because people have slowed down to actually work on their businesses. So, those things that they overlooked, like the billing and, automating invoices or, running reports, they're doing it now. And they're seeing that it's a benefit to outsource it so they can handle more important things.
Yeah, yeah. So, Deshaun, what are some importance of media management and marketing in business?
Um, the first thing is brand awareness. I mean, everyone. That's the most important part about media management. People have to know who you are. If they don't know who you are, that you exist, how they're going to contact you. The second thing is to grow larger audiences, and the only way to grow larger audiences is to put yourself out there to introduce new products, new service lines, whatever it is that you may offer, and also increase website trafficking. You need more hits on your website. You need more leads. The more leads, the more people that come in, the higher chance you have. Like for instance, we out of every four clients that contact me, we typically land one of those clients, and it's because we've been slowly targeting our audiences. And so that's really important about like media managing, marketing, strategizing, and creating what's called templates to be successful.
Okay, okay. Would you recommend that every business have your services at some point?
Oh, definitely. Because especially with especially with COVID, especially in this season, because people have to see you, and we offer like we broadcast, we put your face out there, we film, we go live, we do all of these things. So every company needs us, especially in this season with COVID. You can't get out there. You're not going out there inviting people into businesses, into buildings. So the everything is through media right now. And so if you don't hire a media company, if you don't have a media company, if you don't have the equipment, I would suggest connect with Focus Media or a media company so that you can be out there. Because if not, nobody's going to know you even exist.
Yeah, so we have a question from April. She said, what would you suggest that people do to create or put out their brand?
First off, to create and put out your brand, first you have to know your brand first, what you want to, who you are, and what you want people to know about you. And so to create, so if you want people to create their brand and to know who they are, the first thing you have to do, they would have to do, I would say, is to create flyers. Tell people, create a business page, create a Facebook page, upload content every day. Every day you should be uploading content every day, at the same time, to create bring in more traffic, get people to share it, get people to like it. But you have to stay active. That is the only way that you're going to be. That is the only way that you're going to be successful in creating a brand, is to be active.
Yeah. So first identifying who you are or what your brand is.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you have anything to add, Priscilla?
He pretty much summed it up. But what you want to be known for, everybody is good at multiple things, but it's best to just focus on one thing and be known for that. There's enough people seeking services that everyone's going to eat. So you trying to be the jack of all trades, but then the master of none, it really doesn't serve you because nobody really knows what to come to you for. So you're confusing your audience in the process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I often tell people, like who I am is Focus Media. There's 1,000 photographers, 10,000 videographers here in Las Vegas. We live in the wedding capital of the United States. You're going to be able to find a videographer. If you go to online and you type it in, it's going to be hundreds pop up right away. It's important to brand you in what you do best. Like, I'm a portrait photographer. I'm not a landscape photographer, so I'm not going to put those landscape out there because I don't do landscape. And so you want to kind of grow in your like what Priscilla was saying. You want to have a target, not this broad spectrum, because you're not gonna be good in everything. You're gonna suck in some areas, and then you'll start building a bad reputation off of the things that you don't do good. People remember you by the things you did bad before they remember by the things you do good. and so it's important to pick one thing out, a couple things out, and maximize it instead of being a jack of all trades.
Yeah, that's true. So what are some services that you provide to business owners specifically?
This is my favorite thing. I think we talked about this a lot. I love branding and rebranding. All right. I love it. That's my favorite thing to do, to help somebody brand and get their face out. I don't care what time it is. If somebody calls me and say, "Hey, I need your services. I'm a small business owner. I'm a business owner. I want to rebrand." I'm all on it. I love branding, rebranding. I love shooting ads and commercials for those people, headshots and videos for people to put out, especially for, I know a lot of people do the flyers, so you need really sharp images for the flyers, and so that's really important that that people come do those things. So my number one thing is going to be brand recognition.
Okay. We have a question from April. It says, how could I use your company to build my brand? Could you help me to discover what that would be?
Who's the company that the question directed to? I don't know if it's directed to
I believe she's talking to you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So how can your company build a brand? First off, I always say every company needs a logo. How like when you see the golden arch, it's McDonald's. And so because it's their brand, it's their brand recognition. And so the first thing I would do is I help you get on Facebook and build an audience on Facebook. I help people see who you are and what you offer and the services that you have to offer. So when somebody comes to me, let's just say if Priscilla was to come to me and she's like, "Yo, I need to build my brand. Could you help me get my brand out there?" The first thing we do is we do professional headshots. The second thing we do is we do a couple of photo shoots. so people will know. And if there's a product, if you offer a product, let's just say you offer something to a beverage, then we do product photography, so people can get those, so she can get those, or other person can get those images out. The next thing we do is we shoot a short video ad, and we advertise that thing, and we boost the post, and we put it on all the social media platforms, and we just we run ads, and we continue to run ads, and the more and people start to share those things, you get more views, which turns into more clients.
Yeah, so a strategic plan would be,
Strategic.
yeah.
Mhm.
We have a, it looks like we have another, it looks like a comment with the increase, or question, with the increase in online TV broadcasting and video subscriptions like Netflix, where do you see internet media heading in the next 5 to 10 years?
It's so funny. I talk about this a lot. It's since companies like Netflix, Roku, and all of these people have been in business. You even see the cable industry. People are like coming away from cable. Well, it's the same thing when it comes to like media. You can do a lot of things like YouTube. Think about YouTube, where YouTube was 10 years ago. When it first came out, 15 years ago, when it first came out, compared to where it's at now. You see, we have these things in our hand now, and so more people they stream on the cellular devices, on social media, Instagram, TV, Facebook. And so in the next 10 years, I don't think a lot of people will actually be watching television. I think more things will be done on cellular devices, iPads, tablets, and all of those things. And so I've noticed how much I don't watch television now this year compared to last year, and compared to the year before that. I probably watch television once a week now.
Yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
So what would you say, since we're talking about branding and all that stuff, what is the importance of brand perception and brand definition?
All right, so perception, and brand recognition. All right, so my brand recognition. When you see who I am, when you see the Focus, when people see Focus Media logo, they automatically know, okay, that's Deshaun Fields, that's Priscilla Fields, Focus Media. No, they recognize who we are because we put ourselves out there. Perception. My dad used to always say, "It's always in the eye of the beholder of what people might think." They think they know something, but they don't know. When people look at my perception, when people look at Focus Media, they don't know we shoot movies, because that's they don't know we shoot videos. They don't know we shoot the high end stuff as well. And that's the importance of continue to put yourself out there, continue to advertise things, new ads, to continue to push more ads about the new services that you do. Every time you do another service, you add another service, that's a new ad that you have to put out for people to see.
Yeah, that's very true. I wanted you to talk a little bit about your black box. Is that what it's called?
Yes, Black Box.
The
So
most
that's
amazing thing that I've been like obsessed about. So
all right. So me and my partner Andre Calder from Solid Rock Productions in Dallas, we came up with this thing called Black Box. It's a short 10 to 20-minute documentary where every person can come and sit and tell their story, because everyone has a story, and it's freedom, it's liberating when you get to tell people about yourself. What made Victoria Victoria, what made Deshaun, or Priscilla. And so we do it. We film it. We film 7 days a week. The only thing you got to do is contact me at 702-800-0907. Give me a call, or on Facebook. Shameless plug. Or on Facebook, just give me a call, and we can film it high definition. We're in Las Vegas and Dallas filming.
So Priscilla, we have a question for you. It says, Priscilla, you do it all. How do you make it all work? What advice do you give your clients?
I make it look easier than what it is, I think. it takes a lot of organization to stay on top of things, because there's just no way that my human mind, my mom mind, can keep track of everything and every deadline and every need for every client. So staying organized in my project management system helps me a lot. And I'm actually able to delegate some things out as well to my small team in the background. So they help me get some things done and look like superwoman to you guys.
That is so funny. That is so true. People are like, do it all. Yeah, help. So that's a good segue. So let's get into the virtual business solution world, which, in my opinion, based upon I've been kind of like obsessed with your website, and I probably should have plugged this in here for the last couple of days. Talk a little bit to us about what Focus Virtual Business Solution is.
Well, we offer admin relief to all businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs. That's where my heart is. But as long as you're a service-based business, I would say we can help you, and even product-based businesses as well, because literally every business needs an admin in some way, shape, or form. So yeah, we help everyone get organized and create systems so that way there's automation, and then you save time that way too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what are the benefits of someone retaining the virtual business services?
The biggest thing is time freedom, because if I'm doing it or someone on my team is helping me do it, you don't have to do it. So that saves you time off top. You get, because you have your time back, you're able to put your creative ideas elsewhere. So like to create a new program, or, push that new product out that you've been thinking about or wanting to do, increase your business development by taking that course that you've been putting off. So it really just frees up your time, and that's priceless.
Yeah, it's really good. How beneficial is it to have exceptional systems in place for your business?
Ooh, I would say it's critical. It really is, because it's only so, you can only hold up the facade for so long that you have it all together while the background is a mess. Because eventually you're going to miss that appointment. You're going to double book yourself. You're going to forget to send that invoice and be working for free. So all those little but important things, you need a system in place, even if it's just written down like in your phone, like this is step 1, step 2, step 3 that I need to do every month on the 15th. You have to have some type of system in place to keep you organized.
Yeah. So it says, Priscilla, how do you know when you got the right team to help advance the business vision?
What is the phrase? Fire fast and hire slow. Because you don't have time. You really don't have the time to sit and tinker around with someone who doesn't have the skill set or who doesn't meet your needs as a business owner. So hire fast, hire slow. Take that interview process really slow. Get 2 or 3 interviews in if you can, and really dissect that person on the front end, so that way you're not regretting it in the back end. And now it's 4 months later and you're discovering, hey, they're not a good fit. So the faster you determine that, the quicker you can move forward and scale your business. For all of my clients, they have a 3-month commitment when they sign on for services, and I kind of look at it like a dating process. You don't want to give up on it too fast, but you want to give it a fighting chance. So, there will be hiccups because you're learning each other. You're learning how to work with each other and how you communicate and this and that. So 3 months is a good enough time to say, it works or it doesn't work. And if it's not working sooner, then
Never hire by emotions or with emotions.
Yeah. Really good information. Really, really good. So Nika says, do you have packages available of your services?
I do. I have some standard packages, but I do also customize on a case-by-case basis. Most of my admin packages, they go in increments of 10, so 10, 20, 30, 40, and then they can be increased or decreased depending on your needs and your budget.
Okay. Andre says, how important is having a team to having success?
Is that me or is that Sean?
I think it's you.
Okay. A team is important. I don't think it's the one road to success at all. But it definitely helps you scale because it's only 24 hours in a day and you can only do so much, especially when you have other obligations, which most adults do. You have your children, you have your spouse, you have other activities, your friends, and a social life of some sort with COVID. But it's not the end all to success, but a team will definitely help you scale your business a lot faster because your capacity and your reach is a lot larger with more people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll backdoor on that a little bit. With the media side of things, it's no way I can do all the things that I do by myself. We have to have a team, because let's say if we're doing a wedding, I can't shoot a wedding by myself. It takes at least two to three photographers, 2 to 3 videographers just to shoot one wedding to capture all those moments. Because if I don't have a team, I miss certain moments of the wedding, that footage or moments that a bride and a groom can never get back. A team helps you. I don't specialize. You don't. We can't specialize in every area.
Yeah.
Everybody brings something to the table. So it's important to find the right fit.
Oh, yeah. One last thing. And it's important to not be intimidated that your team members can do something that you can't do. That's all the more reason that they're of value to you. So I may be strong at, creating systems, but I may have someone else on my team who's good at creating social media graphics for clients, which is the truth, because that's not my strong point. So I'll outsource it to someone else to get that done. And then together, the more clients that we get, we all win.
Exactly.
So
Andre says, with all of your business endeavors, how has that affected your social life, friends, and family?
Well, I will say, thank God for COVID, because it's been a real, it's been a season of us really just grinding over this last year. So our heads have been down and, just staying focused in that way. But our friends and family definitely are important to us, but they also understand the bigger picture at hand for us, which is why they are friends and family.
Yeah, I don't think everybody always understands it, because there was a lot of times even before COVID where we just had to say no to some things. Now we can't do this. We have to do this. And there were times where people thought what we were doing, it was just a hobby. They didn't understand it. They're like, "Hey, you guys are doing your hobbies. I just come spend time with family." No, it's not a hobby. These are our businesses. We're trying to grow to change the family dynamics and create a different trajectory for our families. And so, and a lot of people didn't understand it. And there are some friends that are no longer friends, and it's not because we didn't want to be friends, but it's just we had to really put our heads down, like she said, and focus on business.
Yeah, definitely prioritize.
Yeah,
definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
Priscilla, I want to go into breaking down some of your services. So your general administration. If someone was to sign up to obtain those services, what would that entail?
I like to call that the little big things, like I had touched on before. So it's like the recurring things that you're doing on the things you're doing on a recurring basis is what I meant to say. So downloading your credit card statements or sending out those emails, responding to emails, balancing your calendar, organizing your files either digitally or physically, in my case, digitally. But all of those important things that you do on the back end, internet research, data entry, scheduling social media posts. It's a laundry list of things that can be done. But I look at them as those little but important things that need to be done.
Yeah, so there's actually, and that's the thing. So people, I talk a little bit about that with some of my friends. Like, you can schedule your posts. Like, I don't think people really understand that.
Yeah, and it saves you so much time.
Yeah, and you're not, because it's like, oh, business, adding social media. Yeah, but there's a way to do that. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Automation. Tell me how you.
Automation.
Okay, and systemization.
So with that package, I use a platform that's called Dubsado.
Okay.
It's like my heart. I use it in my business, and I use it in all of my clients' businesses, or at least I highly recommend it to them, because it does everything from lead generation to the onboarding process if you're a service-based business. So if you're in the industry, you'll understand the term discovery call. So you can book your discovery call with your client. You can automate the confirmation email. You can automate the reminder email, automatically send the contract and then the invoice and your onboarding packet. All of that stuff can be done automatically based on the actions of the client. So your invoice automatically sends, or actually, let me say the appointment scheduler will automatically send right after the invoice gets paid, because I don't want to talk to you if you haven't paid me yet. So you get those first 15 minutes to discover like, hey, is it a yay or nay? And then maybe 30 minutes on a good day. But after that, then, you want to become a client, then we can push it out to like an hour and a half. But to just sit on the phone and just shoot the breeze and try to give you strategy for free, like, no, we're not doing that. So Dubsado helps me to get that into a nice streamlined system. And then I give it to my clients and set up that platform for them too. So that way they can have it for, their clients if they're booking lessons, if they have coaching sessions. Those are really the most people that I work with. Photographers, my husband, graphic designers, those are all service-based businesses. So that's where the automation comes from.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm gonna have to write that down. I'm gonna need that. So website design. I know it sounds very self-explanatory, but for I know there's like a little bit of difference. Like I know like Shopify offers like a store that also has some of the website features, but then there's a difference. So if you talk about that.
I actually build in Squarespace. That's my bread and butter. I do have a team member who builds outside of that. I think it's Wix, but I'm not sure. But Squarespace is where I go to build. And that's more of like a fun project for me, because I can kind of get creative with it, help them with copy if need be, put the graphic designer on, the images to make it look pretty. And then we go back and then add Dubsado to their website, which is a nice upsell, if you will. So that way their website is just fully functioning for their business.
Okay. So Andre says, how can someone work with you if they have a film that they want to produce?
So the only thing they would do is to reach out to myself or my partner Andre, and so we would go over your budget. You would tell us see all the parts you needed. Is it just production, a director? Do you have writers? Because we offer all of those things. We have a full team of writers. We have a full production team, and we would sit down. We would talk about it. We would go over a timeline, the time frame in which you want this done, and then we would put it together. It normally takes about 4 months to start a full project like that. And then we come together and we make it happen.
Okay, that's amazing. So do you guys, do you both offer, well, this has kind of been answered a little bit because the questions have been coming in quite frequently, but do you both offer specific packages for entrepreneurs?
I would say yes. All of my packages are for entrepreneurs. It just depends where you are in your journey and what your needs are. So again, for just a general administration, if you're just starting out, you'll probably go with the lower 10-hour package per month as opposed to 40 hours per month for someone who's been around, a little bit longer and has more tasks that need to be delegated.
In the same for me, yeah, we I offer a few different packages as well, from the beginning, from beginners to intermediate to the gold package, and so where we do full blown commercials, not just branding shoots, but full on commercials for television if need be. Where we do ads, um, just a total branding or rebranding. I try to do all those things, and I offer cheaper rates for longer contracts.
Okay. So the longer they if they sign up for it, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. That's brilliant. Um, how do how does the two businesses work together to achieve the goals of a business owner?
I'll let you go ahead and start.
Um, well, yeah, every business needs an admin. So for those that are just starting out, that visibility is key by having a website. So that's something that I would be able to assist in. And really, like most people think that hiring a VA is optional, for lack of a better word, but you really cannot not afford to have a VA or an admin in your business because you only get so much time and you want to maximize that time as much as possible. So the time that you're spending doing things that you either don't want to do or spending hours trying to figure out something that you don't know how to do in the first place,
Yeah.
it's valuable. And you can't get that time back rather than really just investing your time in whatever your genius is, creating that new product or, the curriculum for your new program or that coaching session or whatever. Those are things that your VA can't do. So you delegate the things that you don't have to do. So that way you can work on the things that only you can do in your business. So
Yeah.
for the new business owner, you need those services. And then they get turned over to Sean to get branded to make it visually appealing.
Like Priscilla is my VA. All right, so
He's my photographer.
and I'm her photographer, and I'm her brand, and I do a lot of her brand, like all of everything that has to do with branding. I pretty much do the photography side or the video side of those things. I can't all of my contracts, anytime anybody receives an email that's coming from Focus VBS, anytime anything that has to do with the computer, it's all her. Or contract or legal, anything that has to do with taking a picture or video, shooting it on the film, it has to do with me. And so we work together in that way. So I can't do it without her. I can't. Focus Media wouldn't be Focus Media without her.
Right. Yeah. So Priscilla, Andre says, would you consider business coaching consulting in the future?
Would I consider offering coaching? I don't know. I honestly never really thought about that. I never thought about that. So I guess it's always a possibility.
Yeah. Would you say your service could be used for stay-at-home parents homeschooling children?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. A lot of what I do in business, I implement in my home. So the summers are always busy at our house. So all the kids are here and we have our chore list, which is our system to keep me sane. So I'm not trying to figure out, okay, who's washing dishes today? Who's mopping the floor? So there's even systems in our everyday life.
We actually have some of those systems. This is funny that you say. We actually have a list like that at home.
Yeah, systems are so important. So there's so many people that are commenting and just really showing their appreciation to you guys. Trinity says Aftershock the movement wouldn't be ATM without both of you.
That's the family.
Yeah, he says Andre says I gotta get with you, Guy, about the edits. Just really, really good stuff, you guys. April says, oh yeah, the whole package: virtual assistant and brand creator and videographer and photographer.
That's all family. Thank you guys. It's all love.
Right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
So I'm gonna, not that I haven't, but I'm just gonna open the floor officially for questions. So if you are on the live and you have a question or if you do have the same question that has been asked already, if you want to do that at this time. You can drop your questions into the comments. We'll give you guys a few minutes to do so. If there aren't any questions, then we're just going to go ahead and move on to the next thing, but we'll give you a few minutes. Okay. So while we're waiting on that, you two, how can people reach you?
They can reach me on my website, focusvbsvictorbravosam.com. And I'm also on Facebook under the same name.
They can reach me on Instagram or Facebook at Focus Media Group, or you can reach me on my website. It's focusmediagrp.com. I can't believe I got it right.
You did.
I never.
Proud of you.
Yeah, I can't believe I got it right.
That's good. So any final thoughts?
Priscilla.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate the conversation.
Yeah. My final thoughts would be every company, every small business, they need a VA. You can't do it all. You need branding, you need marketing, you need strategists. I would say please reach out. A lot of people think they can't afford it, but you haven't even looked. But reach out to see what because it's more affordable than a lot of people think it is. Please reach out because people need to know who you are. They need to know that you're out there and that you offer these the services that you offer.
Yeah. I'll say for myself, I'm just recently getting into the swing of hiring and obtaining and seeking services that are necessary to grow my business adequately and to put things out there adequately. The key word in all of that is adequately. Looking over, both of you guys' your history. I like to really watch business owners, and particularly in the area of services, and kind of see, what they offer and how things work. And I have been obsessed with you two for a while. I've just been really praying for the opportunity and the time to really get with you guys and allow you guys to help me out in so many different areas. So I'm so grateful. It looks like Damon has, what can you offer an online-based ministry who want to take their brand to the next level?
I think that's me. Online-based ministry. What I can offer them. First off, is quality cameras, because that's what I've seen in quality sound. Because what I've seen with a lot of ministries, the sound and the quality is not that great. And if the sound and the sound quality and lighting, if you don't have those great things, it makes a poor video. You can have an amazing quality video with 4K. That's 4K, but if the sound is off, people are not going to watch it long. If the lighting is off, if it's too dark, then people are not gonna they're not gonna watch it. And I've learned that with especially with ministries and upcoming ministries that are based solely online, and we come out, we film it, we can do what we call put all the information in the lower thirds, get the information out, and we can broadcast it on all the platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the church's website, all at one time. So we take all the legwork. The only thing they got to do is come and preach and sing. We do everything else.
Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Damon. And if you have any more questions, definitely feel free to reach out to Deshaun. April says, how does working for yourself create a different environment for your family?
You want to do it, Priscilla?
It definitely is different. I am appreciative that we started this journey while we have our little ones. Because it's almost like they're normal now. So they know, if I'm at the computer, I'm working. I had and even for my business, I've had to outsource. So twice a week, I have the privilege of having a nanny in the home with the kids while I'm here. So that way I can just have time uninterrupted to work and to get things done. So they spend time with her. And then on the back end, they'll spend time with me later on in the evening. So it's a nice dynamic. It took some getting used to, because especially in the beginning when we weren't able to have a nanny, I would just grind from the time I woke up to the time that I went to sleep. So you'll understand the mom guilt that was behind that. Like, oh, my kids, but I was doing it for them. And now I'm able to kind of reap those benefits a little bit to have a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah, that's how.
All of that is golden. Everything.
Yeah.
Woo,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that it creates more time for family. To really get to know you. You really don't get to, even within marriage, because we work so many hours. So the only time you really get a chance to spend with your spouse is like typically maybe on the weekends, and then but you might be tired, you might have so much going on, spending time with the kids, you really don't get to really know each other. And so being entrepreneurs, we kind of set our own time, our own hours, and we get to spend. And I've had the time to really get to know Priscilla in a different way. She's had the time to really get to know me in a different way, because it's creating financial freedoms, if I may, to where we don't have to always worry about, hey, where's money coming from? Because we're starting to generate it on our own, because we've been doing this for over a year now.
Only a year.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost a year.
Next month will be a year for me.
Watching the live, go to their social medias, go to their websites, and check out what they've been doing for only a year. It's absolutely, it really is.
And we can't take the credit for that at all. Like, I owe it all to the Lord for where we've come so far. Like, he's given us and blessed us with that strategy and with wisdom, and connected us with the right people, and just provided resources so we can do different things. So with God, we're nothing. And he gave us these God ideas, and we took it, we put the work in, still putting work in, to make that end goal, come to fruition.
A year ago, the first video gig we got was ATM, Aftershock the Movement, and we put everything we had in that. Even though we didn't know a whole lot of what we were doing, we put everything that we had in it. And from that day on, like, it's the Lord has just continued to push it, and we've continued to grow to where people, like, they're in disbelief when we tell them we're only a year old, and we've come so far in a year's time.
Yeah, there's a level of grace that I believe that you guys operate in when you because I was at Aftershock when you guys did that, and I didn't know that was the first event that you did. the level of excellence, the level of professionalism that you guys operated in at that event was absolutely amazing. And all of the videos, all of that, the stuff, the production, the interviews, all of that stuff was just really, really amazing. I'm really excited to see what you guys have done with
it's gonna be dope.
I see some of those pictures and I'm like, oh my goodness, what is happening? Like, what is that? Like, so I'm really excited to see that stuff. But I am so grateful that you guys had decided to join me tonight to discuss what it is that you guys do and what you bring to the table, as if people didn't know. But so many people need to know specifically what brand management, what virtual assisting is. And I think you guys have done an exceptional job in explaining that to them. I thank you for your time, because I know with your family, you have very little time, and so I really do appreciate that. So if do you guys have anything else to share?
I just want to thank all our team, all the people we work with, Andre Calder, Shandala, April, Damone. Like, we wouldn't be who we are without our team, and they've been a blessing. They've been a blessing.
Yeah, teams is definitely important. Well, again, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it. Well, thank you everybody that joined on. Thank you for your questions, your comments, and until next time, you guys take care.
All right.
Lessons.
Bye.